Good morning, all. I was guided and inspired to do a general reading for the month of September. And also, it's the first reading that I'm doing in video to the public without the presence of the the stone medicines, and introducing not the replacement, but who has offered to step in, which is the transparent deck, oracle deck. And I'm loving this deck and its diversity, its movement. It's a very, very action-packed, at times challenging deck to work with. It is a round deck. I'll show you. And you can see that it is transparent with some amazing medicines. It offers 7 directions, and within those 7 directions, it holds aspects of gateways and guides and medicines, animal medicines, landscape medicines, elementals, the elements, time of day, planets. There's some planets in there. It's just so diverse. So I'm pretty excited to incorporate it into my sage reading. I'm also offering just strictly a transparent medicine reading that only uses the new deck. So with that, let's see what September holds for us. Whoops, and there's 2 cards. Okay. So the first card is a 9 of arrows, and it is dedication. And just a reminder, in my readings, inverted cards such as this. This is 16, the blasted oak. Inverted cards are not negatives, blockages. They are opportunities for lessons, learning, and growth within the position that they present. So this is the situation or event. This is us within that, and then the outcome or result. So it's a basic reading, but it has a lot of layers to it. Oh, this is nice. So as a result, we have the 7 of stones, healing. So that's encouraging, isn't it? Okay, so I do not do tarot. I intuitively read the cards as I feel they are representing. I don't follow a structured system. It's kind of not the way I play. I never have been. I respect and acknowledge tradition, and then I kind of springboard from that into how I read things. The other thing that you'll discover about my recorded readings is they are very rustic. I do a little bit of, propping and so forth, but I like to not get caught up in all the pretties. So there'll be background noise. I try and limit that. Sometimes, like just now, I forget to turn off the volume on the phone. I apologize for that. But this is me. I'm a hot mess kind of spiritual advisor, because I am constantly receiving, and I can't put a whole lot of energy into presentation and the niceties. So back to the reading. So the situation for September is 9, which is a number of completion. Arrows, which is associated with the element of air. So this is about thoughts and communication, and the card is the dedication card. So in September, there is this whole commitment to a higher level, a higher frequency, and a completion of ability to communicate and to have clear thought. That is the situation. Now, this is a general reading, so, I mean, we can, take that any which way we like, actually. But that is generally what I feel and receive from the card. The us within that situation is opportunity for lessons, learning, and growth, because it is inverted, and it is the blasted oak, number 16. And 16, if you take it down, it is number 7. I'm sorry for the shaking. I told you I am no pro, and my hashtag should be I am a hot mess. But 7, 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 is a higher consciousness and potential. Now, the blasted oak can be a really somewhat intimidating card, but inverted, it only means that there's lessons, learning, and growth to be had within the changes that are upon us, and they cannot be avoided, these changes, and they will bring us down to our knees if need be. But again, it is opportunity for learning, lessons, and growth. So how fast you grasp that and kind of catch the ball and run with it is really an individual thing. As a result, or the outcome, here we have a 7 again. 7 of stones and healing. So this is an earth card. It's because it's earth, I associate that with the north direction. And so this is a place of peace, rest, and really appreciating and stepping into the wisdoms earned through our journey and healing. So this is as a result of this intensity, which I think a lot of us have been feeling, especially for the last couple of months. July and August have been like action-packed and just really, really stretching people in all their aspects, in all directions. Okay, so let's get some clarity, and I use the Animal Spirit deck. I love her illustration on this deck, and again, if the card comes up inverted, there's the first card, and it is a fire card, and it is zebra. And it goes a little bit beyond the animal medicines that present within the readings. There are other aspects, a few other aspects within the deck. All right, so let's get a clarity card for us within this situation for the month of September. There it is. Nice. Wow. That's a spirit card. It is dragon. That is dragon medicine. Awesome. And so the final card for clarity from this deck for the outcome or result. I almost had it. I decided not to. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's beaver medicine, and it is earth. It is earth medicine, or earth-based medicine. So let's kind of recap. So this September is a month of complete dedication and a higher frequency or level of communication. The zebra brings in medicine. You can see that the triangle and the third eye is very psychedelic and illuminated. So zebra medicine offers us a real interesting thing. It offers us the comfort and the independence of being unique and eclectic. So this indicates to me that there's a real dedication to ourselves individually within the collective, and it will be honored. It could and will be very transformative, a real feeling, because they are within the same genetics as horse. I always like to bring in the freedom aspect of horse medicine, the free range and the empowerment that it gives us. Us within that, well, dragon is an amazing guide and protector into the higher and lower below realms. So this is and you can see again the color is kind of a full spectrum. So this it's a spirit card, but I've also felt that it has a very grounding earthiness to it. Dragons are transformational and very, very empowering, protective, and really a no-nonsense. They offer us a higher sensitivity of gifts, our intuitive psychic gifts, our empathic gifts. And so I feel like with dragon, we're really being protected through this kind of potential slam that many of us are feeling within this transition. And I feel like we're being asked, how dedicated are you to the experience? And how much freedom will you experience as a result of that? So we have, diversity, eclecticness within the situation, a somewhat self-empowering status coming in, and a completion, a fullness of that. And that doesn't come without learning lessons and growth. There's going to be some tripping and falling that will continue, but we're really guided and protected. Dragon medicine is really stepping in. Dragon medicine is from, the fairy realm, that which is always questioned. Is it real or is it our imagination? And trust me when I say that dragon medicine is a very for real medicine being offered. The outcome and the results. So, we go through the challenges, we find our freedom and our self-empowerment and who we are, our individuality within the collective. Less following the herd and more self independence within the collective. So it's not a disconnect. We're still staying connected. We can't really avoid that, even if we want to. We're still energetically always connected, but we're protected during that. As a result, or the outcome is a really amazing, enlightening, what I love about this card, and it's very specific, and it's a detail that many people kind of overlook. There is no physical contact. This person is truly raising the vibration so that this warrior can engage in self-healing. It's all about the empowerment of others, if you ask me. As a result of that, it transitions you into being a very grounded worker-doer. Beaver medicine is the communal worker. It is constantly moving and doing. And this is all about community. So up to this point, I've kind of stressed that it, is an individual self-empowerment and journey and experience. But as a result of all of that, we heal into the collective, and it really becomes about the community and the work that needs to be done for all, not just us at that point. So, new deck. This is where I typically bring in the stone medicine, and just a little ditty on that. I was guided to retire them because they are, after over 20 years of work, they are wearing. And I came to a crossroads where I really had to kind of decide, do I want to, or do they want to continue to work, or do they want to retire? And I keep reminding myself, retirement, people come out of retirement all the time because they get new energy or new incentives. So they're just in retirement, and we will see where that leads us. But for now, and I think for forever now, this deck has chimed in. Now, what I want to point, so I had mentioned horse, and there's horse medicine. You notice where the number is, and I will explain that as I go along. There is, and I will pull the next card. I'm just going to place these cards, and then I'll talk about talk about the number placement. Now you can see that each number is in a different position. So when, I don't know if you can see that, but when the number is in what I call neutral, it is a springboard card. And what this means is that it is either and or the beginning of movement, or it's come into completion. Okay, so having said that, horse medicine, if this is the beginning, the neutral point at the base or the bottom of the card, then I would say that it's a springboard card, and for some it could be the beginning, and for others it is a completion. This indicates to me that it is 3/4, the motion is 3/4 engaged. So everything that I said about zebra follows with horse. The main thing about horse is the free spirit, the freedom that is felt with this medicine. So the dedication to higher communication and really being independent and eclectic in receiving higher communication is really about a freedom on all levels for many, many people. And some of us have already, experienced that. I dare say that it will continue to be enhanced and grow. So that's the movement of what is happening. And it makes sense also because I had mentioned earlier that specifically the last couple of months have been really challenging. And so it makes sense that we're coming towards a completion of this self-empowerment and freedom and free spirit. So this is interesting. This is, and also this is from the direction of the south. So the south, of course, is the fire. So we have double fire here. So there's a lot of transmutation, transformation, a lot of rebirth and releasing, letting go. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of, it's intense. There's an intensity there that comes with, the freedom given or discovered or earned. What's interesting with this card, this is actually a within card. So the 7 directions are east, south, west, north, above, below, and within. This is a within card, and it's actually the dream card, which is kind of cool because dragon oftentimes for many people present in dream time. So this kind of indicates that a lot of healing, transition, wisdom, information, guidance, all of that is fully activated, and it's slightly ahead of the movement from the horse. So we're definitely engaged in dream time and other realm offerings. And I just want a little side note on that. Just because you don't remember your dreams doesn't mean it's not happening. And we only remember details that are important to us at the time. And also, as we've all experienced, there are dreams that we hang on and we remember the detail, and then there are dreams that we have to hurry up and share because we know it's fading. As soon as we wake up, we realize that the details are fading. And that is because it is a transitional information and understandings and knowings being offered. And it doesn't mean it won't reappear. It just means that much of the time what we receive is a little too big for when we are moving through the mundane experience, the earth-based or bound experience. So don't cling on to it. Don't be desperate about it. Just allow and continue to flow. It is fully, not fully, but coming into full expression. As a result, for the month of September, the healing and frequencies that are being used in that healing bring us into a communal, cohesive work and doer, builder medicine. This is a gateway card. This is actually the gateway to the north. And so gateway cards indicate that depending on where the position of the number is, and this is at the halfway point. So we are halfway, or we potentially will be halfway into the opening of understanding and receiving all that the north position offers us. And that is peace, rest, sleep. Okay, it kind of carries through that. I have a feeling we're going to be doing many of us will be doing a lot of work in our dream time. We'll be accomplishing a lot. And many of us have always done that. Some of us, ebb and flow in that. And that also is reflected by our sleep patterns. Are we not sleeping? Are we comatose when we're sleeping? So it's really indicative. I feel, because this is an earth card, that a lot is being accomplished within the dream time, and then we come back into the mundane or the earthly plane and we really accomplish. The gateway brings us into that balance, that polarity of work being done in dream time and work being done on the mundane reality. Oops, I am so sorry. I'm a hot mess. So gateways are good. Gateways are really good, but this is really a place of rest and residing in the wisdoms that we have earned and stepping forward. So the last aspect of this that I want to offer is, of course, casting some charms. And woo, they came flying out. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Ooh, lots to talk about. Okay, so upside down Tasmanian devil indicates the freedom is really going to level out and eliminate the chaos and the turmoil that we may be feeling individually and also collectively. Remember, how we view things is how we experience things. Next up, I'm going to go in this order. Next thing is, it is an angel. So there is angelic presence, the sun and the moon. It is upside down, so it's present, but it's not specifically for everyone active. Sparkly heart. So this has a lot to do with the healing of the heart and progressing through that. This is interesting because this is a little heart box, and it's not fully open, it's not fully closed. It is just peeking open. So there is potential for some major heart expansion and really coming into a fullness of heart activation. I'm going to go to this one. So this is about belief systems. And so there's going to be some further development for many of us, potential further development for many of us in beliefs. So, and I'm not necessarily speaking about belief systems like religion-based beliefs. If we are a person who has kind of dropped any of the religious belief systems to the point where we kind of hold a foundation, but we keep, exploring spiritually. As a result, the human condition is we start creating an individual, sometimes, a basic or a standard collective belief. So we transition from religion-based, which is very structured in what it guides us to or through, to spiritual beliefs, which is a little bit broader and out of the box from religion. This indicates that, and I think it's kind of cool that it's in correlation with that. There's going to be some changes for the individuals and as a collective. There's some shifting that is going to be had, some expansion, some deeper diving into maybe how we viewed things on a spiritual level, not only religion-based, but a spiritual level, they're going to shift. So, if we believed that, even how the solar system is set up maybe that's gonna shift, and we're gonna view it differently. And so what we were taught in school isn't necessarily going to hold true. Like the sun is not the center of our solar system, yet, all the planets kind of do a different patterning, a spiraling patterning around the sun. That is just an example. So a shift in how we view things. It could also indicate that things that we dismissed prior, because of all this experience, we're now revisiting and considering and seeing how what we dismissed or released before, how it feels now. So this is as above, so below. It is the completeness of the soul experience and beliefs. I believe that there is no wrong when it comes to this. It is only different. And that kind of relieves everyone from, I'm right, you're wrong, you're right, I'm wrong. It's just a different view. But in actuality, we are all heading in the same direction. We just have different paths of getting there. Shark medicine. Shark medicine, it indicates, and it's on the dream card. So this indicates to me that there is a really expansive experience of awareness that is happening, going to happen, could be conscious, could be subconscious for those who this resonates for. Shark medicine offers a very, I want to say that a lot of dreams for people are going to be sensory based. All your senses, your sight, your smell is going to be big. And your hearing, your taste, your touch, and of course, that sixth sense. Is all going to be heightened and acute. It's an expansive medicine because I always get the visual of a great white shark in a vast ocean, where it looks like they are solitarily alone in the vastness of the ocean, when in fact we know that they're not. So, but they create this very large presence around them. They are a very focused and effective machine. And so this is a no nonsense, and dragon brings in some intensity also, right? And shark brings in some real, I feel like dream time is just going to become a spectrum of sensory experience for many, many people coming up. Citrine. So citrine is touching that card also. So, it's abundance. It's a lot of people associate this as the merchant stone. And all that means is that it represents abundance, and it's also associated with your solar plexus. So that is your power center. So I see this as offering a quality of abundance, but illuminated abundance. So prepare for some real intense dream time that is just going to open up doors and windows and portals and gateways that you haven't possibly experienced before. This is the goddess. So the goddess, the feminine divine, is present in this. And I mean, it's kind of a given, right? So there's a real flow to be had within this. There's a real balance of energies to be had within this. This is a dragonfly. So that's transformation. It's also a realm hopper or jumper. It very easily, when I think of dragonfly medicine, and let's not look over the fact that we have dragon here and we have dragonfly here. So the medicine offers the ability to have a foot in one realm while being mundane. So there's a real expansiveness, and it all kind of flows into an understanding. The crown is upside down. So that indicates to me that there's the humbleness and the knocking off of, kind of self-righteous, egoic energy is going to be really transformed. And there's going to be a humbleness that comes in September. This is a general reading. If any of this resonates for you, I would love to hear about it. And especially as you start experiencing the energies and the month of September. For anyone that this is not resonating, I respect that and wish you well. I can almost guarantee that there will be some aspect of this reading that is going to chime in for each and every one of us at some point and time within the month of September. And with that, I wish you well.